Live from WDTV Studios, this is WDTV 5 News at 6, keeping you connected.
First at 6, our first story tonight is a developing story of explosive allegations against the Clarksburg VA Medical Center. WDTV's Josh Krupp has been following this story today and talked to the lawyer making those allegations. Josh, what are we learning tonight?
Cynthia, essentially this claim right here says this death could have been prevented, but it also says there were as many as 10 other deaths recently at the Clarksburg VA similar to this homicide.
The Lewis A. Johnson VA Medical Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. For 5 News, I'm Josh Krupp, keeping you connected in Harrison County.
We reached out to the Clarksburg VA spokesperson earlier today. He responded right before our broadcast and referred our questions to the Office of Inspector General. We did reach out to officials there.
Disturbing allegations, Josh. What's next in the legal process?
Well, essentially, this claim serves as a 6-month notice to the federal government for an impending lawsuit. The lawyers say it could take as many as 18 months for it to go to trial. That's if the government doesn't settle beforehand.
All right, Josh, thank you very much. We will continue following this story and bring you any more developments as they come into our newsroom.
I've never seen such a thing happen. And the feelings that I had when I ran over to him.
What you just heard was from a witness and family friend who watched her loved one crash his motorcycle when he hit a pothole full of gravel.
Mariah Congito joins us in studio. She spoke with that person. Mariah, what did the family members say about the incident?
Good evening. We begin with new information tonight. 6-year-old Josephine Kraft was found safe in Mexico City after she was missing for nearly a month.
Good news. She was reported missing on July 20th after her biological mother, Elizabeth Shirley Murray, didn't bring her back to her custodial parents after her scheduled week-long visitation. WDTV's Mariah Congito is live at the U.S. Marshal's office in Clarksburg. Mariah, you spoke with her parents today and the U.S. Marshals. How are they all feeling after a successful recovery?
Good evening, Josh and Cynthia. A great day for everyone involved in her search efforts. The call that she was found came in late last night. Her parents, Miranda and James, made their way to New York this morning as they picked her up when she got off the plane.
I just didn't see that one coming.
6-year-old Josephine Kraft found safe Tuesday night in Mexico City.
We start off this evening with a severe weather alert. Mon power crews are working right now to turn the lights back on throughout the area. We're seeing trees down all over the place. All of this as a result of some quick moving storms that rolled through the area earlier this evening, and we're just getting started. Let's take a look at that Mon power map. You're looking at downtown Fairmont right now, where they are seeing several outages. 27% of Marion County is in the dark right now. There are 1,000 customers in Wood County who are without power right now. We're seeing some outages starting to pop up in Ritchie County as well. But we want to check in with Colleen Campbell, who is tracking these storms in the First Alert Weather Lab. Colleen, what else can we expect throughout the rest of the evening? My goodness, can you believe it's already time to go back to school? Kids, summer is almost over, but it's not over quite yet. And our Colleen Campbell is outside enjoying this summer day at Sheet Lake's Crab Shack Kariba. Colleen, how's it looking out there tonight?
Hey Josh, this is what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it just gets better and better every week here at the lake.
Now, we were following these storms as they rolled through the area last night. Meteorologist Timothy Albertson was out there in the immediate aftermath of that. Some really healthy and heavy trees fell down, and you think it was, it was a microburst.
Yes, that's right. It was a microburst, which was basically just a large rush of rain-cooled air coming down to the surface. And believe it or not, actually, because I live up in Fairmont, half that damage was sitting in my front yard when I was out there. So let's take a look right now at the sky cam. Speaking of Fairmont, well, you're seeing basically just partly cloudy skies, not a whole lot of activity going on in the area.
Live from WDTV Studios, this is WDTV 5 News First at 5, keeping you connected.
Now on First at 5, a man on the run from police since July is now in custody after an alleged shootout with his ex-girlfriend. Plus, a string of tire thefts at car dealerships has police looking for a suspect and dealership owners offering a reward.
Our Fridays has been dry so far, but we're looking at some rain that could approach our area tonight. I'll have more details for you, but for now, First at 5 starts.
First, a developing story out of Harrison County. U.S. Senator Joe Manchin touring the Clarksburg VA today amidst ongoing federal investigations into suspicious deaths there. WDTV's Josh Krupp is live outside the VA now. Josh, what did the senator say today?
Cynthia, good evening. We are still waiting for the senator to come out. He is in a meeting inside, we understand, with leaders here at the Clarksburg VA. We've heard all week from the senator about his frustrations regarding the ongoing VA Inspector General investigations here into suspicious deaths at the VA Medical Center. They could total as many as 11. We do know of 2 confirmed homicides. The senator said today he talked to Attorney General William Barr, who assured all of the resources from the Federal Justice Department will be at the disposal of Manchin and of the investigation here. We did hear from the federal prosecutor today as well, who issued a statement saying he understands the desire for a speedy resolution in all of this. The most verbal complaint we've heard from Manchin about this all is that it hasn't been a speedy process. There hasn't been any resolution made. He's visiting veterans today, many of whom who have expressed concerns over going into this hospital and receiving treatment here. We want to play a clip for you of the senator before he went into the VA.
We want to know. We need answers, and the family needs answers. And I've spoken to the family members, and they want answers. So we're all working, hopefully, to bring this to a closure, to make sure that we find out exactly what happened, and whoever the perpetrators are, we're going to make sure they pay.
Now, the director of the VA was also here with Manchin. He was asked about that suspected person of interest that has been reported here. He was unable to comment due to the ongoing nature of the investigation. We'll check back in with you at 6 o'clock. We're live in Clarksburg. I'm Josh Krupp, keeping you connected.
Thank you, Josh. We'll keep following Senator Manchin's visit and bring you updates throughout the broadcast. New information now tonight as the search for Paul White ends in his surrender after he broke into a Randolph County woman's home with a gun in June. WDTV's Joe Buchanan has more from Randolph County.
There are warrants on file, felony warrants, and we are attempting to locate him at this time.
After nearly 2 months, the search for Paul White ended Thursday as he surrendered himself to West Virginia State Police. White was wanted by police after allegedly breaking into the home of his ex-girlfriend with a gun on July 30th.
There was a restraining order on file. There was a pretty extensive history between the victim and the suspect.
According to the criminal complaint from June, White threatened neighbors with a gun, telling them there was no reason to die that day before he broke into the house. Allegedly, a shootout took place that left White injured. He then escaped from the scene. Investigating officer Corporal Wentz called the surrender uneventful. He said White negotiated his surrender through his family. Wentz also said the scars from the gunshot have healed over and that he is healthy. Now, White faces a $100,000 bond and charges of burglary. His preliminary hearing is set for early September, but Wentz says the investigation into the event is still ongoing. For 5 News, I'm Joe Buchanan, keeping you connected in Randolph County.
Thank you, Joe. According to the criminal complaint, White was shot once during the break-in. And according to court documents, if White posts bond, he will not be allowed to contact the victim or her family. A woman has been arrested in Marion County after police found multiple drugs and multiple loaded handguns while executing a search warrant. When officers arrived to serve an eviction notice to Fatima Jones, they say they saw marijuana, digital scales, and packing materials alongside a black safe, all in plain sight. A search warrant was obtained for the safe, and inside, police say they found items consistent with the sale of heroin, meth, crack cocaine, digital scales with residue, and multiple loaded handguns. Fatima has been charged with possession with intent to deliver. Now to a neighborhood crime alert. Multiple car dealerships in the Clarksburg area have had tires stolen off their cars on their lot over the past week. WDTV's Casey Houlihan spoke to several of those dealerships and joins us in studio with more on what they're planning to do to put an end to this crime spree. Casey.
Well, Cynthia, like you said, over the past week, at least 3 Clarksburg car dealerships have lost thousands of dollars worth of tires, and one of those was Chenoweth Ford in Clarksburg. Now, in an attempt to spread the word about the tire thieves, Nick Babis, the dealer's internet sales manager, has created a Facebook video which soon went viral with over 1,000 shares. And in an attempt to turn a negative into a positive, Chenoweth Ford plans to donate $1 per view of their Facebook video to help a local boy who was injured in a car accident back in July.
We would like to take every share and donate $1 to the elementary school to try and make Daniel Alloy's birthday on the 9th of September one of his best.
Reports with state police and are offering rewards for anyone who can help lead them to the people who stole from them. Chenoweth will also be keeping their Facebook video up until the thieves are caught. You can find a link to their video on our website, wdtv.com. Reporting for 5 News, I'm Casey Houlihan, keeping you connected in Harrison County.
Thank you, Casey. Moving ahead to weather, this is a look in Harrison County outside. Sky's looking beautiful. The clouds there, just a few, but not the bad kind. Colleen Campbell joins us now, and she has the latest on whether the sun will stay and the rain will come.
That's right, Cynthia. As we look at our current conditions, looking pretty nice right now, but it is a lot warmer today than it was yesterday. You probably noticed that as you head out the door. Right now, temperatures are in those mid to upper 80s across the region, and we do have some light winds, but that's not helping us out by much. Our dew point is a little bit higher, so that means we do feel that humidity, and we're going to continue feeling that as we go into this weekend. Now, the good news is we are nice and dry. Our radar is quiet, but as we zoom out of the picture, anybody that tuned in yesterday, I was looking at the cold front that's right along here. It still has not passed through our region. It's actually draped over Ohio right now, so we still have a few hours to go where we do have that rain chance. But if anything, I'm expecting most of that rain to be south of our viewing area with just a stray shower around.
WDTV and Wendy's teaming up to give one lucky student a $5,000 grant for college. Chant for the Grant is open to current high school juniors and seniors. To enter, just submit a video of a positive chant or cheer for your favorite high school football team. Weekly winners will be given a $25 Wendy's gift card and will be entered to win the grand prize at the end of the year. The contest opens every Friday at 3 p.m. You can find more information, including instructions on how to enter the contest, on our website, wdtv.com. President Trump's personal assistant is no longer at the White House in about 3 minutes. Our reports say she leaked information about the president's family to the press. Plus, a local teenager is being recognized by Governor Justice for her volunteer work for the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. More on that on 5 News at 5:30. But before we head to break, let's take a look outside on the roads. This is our First Alert weather cam in Whitehall, Fairmont area. Looking good on the roads. Give yourself a little more time on your commute just in case. If anything changes, we'll keep you updated.
That sun is shining bright, which is a few passing clouds, but we do have a rain chance for tonight. I'll tell you more around 5:18.